Welcome to Sleep Shaper, your destination for peaceful sleep stories that guide you into a calm, restful night. I'm Saiful, your host. I'm so happy you've joined me here, ready to let go of the day and unwind. Tonight, we'll embark on a soothing journey of peace through prayer, a path of rest for the body and soul. Together, we'll find comfort in surrender, allowing each prayer to bring us closer to tranquility. Let the warmth of these words wrap around you, guiding you into a deep, peaceful sleep. Before we begin, I invite you to find a cozy, comfortable space where you can settle in, whether you're snuggled up in bed, lying back in your favorite chair, or wrapped in a soft blanket. Allow your body to relax and gently sink into the support around you as the world outside fades into the background. Let your breath slow and deepen. With each inhale, feel your body gently expand, and with each exhale, allow any tension to melt away. The air around you feels soft and comforting, like a warm embrace, and the stillness invites you to let go. Breathe in deeply, feeling the cool, peaceful air fill your lungs, and then exhale slowly, releasing any lingering weight of the day. With every breath, you feel yourself becoming more relaxed, your body and mind slowly unwinding into the comfort of this moment. Imagine that, with each breath, you are enveloped by a soft, gentle light, wrapping around you like a warm, comforting blanket. The day's stresses and thoughts begin to slip away, leaving you with only the peaceful stillness of the present. The soft rhythm of your breath, now slow and easy, becomes a calming lullaby, guiding you deeper into relaxation. Feel the weight of your body settle deeper into the surface beneath you, your muscles softening, your thoughts fading gently into the background. There's nothing more to do now but be here, in this moment of stillness, of peace. As you breathe in, feel a quiet, soothing energy fill you, a deep, calming peace that spreads from your chest, down your arms, and into your legs. As you exhale, feel any remaining tension slip away, leaving your body light and at ease. Now, imagine the rhythm of the world around you, gentle and steady, like a soft heartbeat. It matches the rhythm of your own breath, guiding you into a deeper state of relaxation. Each beat, each breath, brings you closer to a quiet, peaceful slumber. With every breath, you feel yourself sinking deeper into comfort, into peace. Your body softens with each exhale, your mind becomes clearer, and your spirit is soothed by the quiet embrace of the moment. The world outside may continue, but in this space, you are safe, you are calm, and you are at rest. There is no rush, no need to hurry. Allow yourself to rest fully, knowing you are exactly where you need to be, embraced by the stillness. Feel your body soften further, your thoughts becoming distant, like whispers fading into the night. The peaceful pull of sleep gently tugs at you, and with each breath, you drift closer and closer to a deep, restful slumber. Let the calm flow through you like a gentle current until you are floating, weightless and free, completely at peace. The gentle hum of the world, the soft rhythm of your breath, carries you effortlessly towards sleep, where rest, comfort, and peace await. The day has come to an end, and now you rest safe, serene, and fully embraced by the tranquility of this moment. Let the peace you've found here guide you into the sweetest of dreams, where calm and stillness surround you, and you are at ease. Good night. Let sleep carry you gently, and may the world of dreams be as peaceful as the moment you're in now.
The soft evening light pours through the window, bathing the room in a gentle, golden warmth. The quiet glow of the setting sun spills across Samuel's modest living room, illuminating the simple furniture and casting long shadows on the walls. He sits near the window, his figure silhouetted by the light, his tired eyes gazing out into the vast expanse of the sky. Outside, the world continues its slow rhythm, the hum of the city, a soft murmur in the distance. But inside, it's different. Inside, Samuel feels a heavy stillness, a weight in his chest that he cannot shake. The air in the room is cool but comforting, carrying the subtle scent of fresh evening air and the faint, sweet aroma of flowers from a garden outside. A soft breeze rustles the curtains, lifting them just enough to let in a breath of air. The evening wind whispers through the room, bringing with it the calming, earthy scent of the night. The quiet sounds of the city blend with the soft rustling of the leaves outside, creating a lullaby of gentle noises that seem to echo in the stillness of his heart. But within Samuel, there is no peace. His heart is burdened by the weight of the past week, a week that stretched long, each day filled with endless tasks, looming responsibilities, and an unrelenting sense of pressure. His shoulders ache with the tension of unmet expectations, his neck stiff from the constant strain of worrying. He shifts uncomfortably in his seat, his back arching slightly as he stretches, trying to ease the tension. His breath is shallow, as though it's hard to fully fill his lungs in the midst of the emotional clutter swirling in his mind. Samuel's mind is crowded with unresolved thoughts, thoughts of the people he loves, the work that demands his attention, the questions that never seem to have answers. Every worry seems to echo louder in the stillness of the night, like a distant storm rumbling in the far-off horizon. He closes his eyes for a moment, and for the briefest of seconds, it feels like he can almost hear the thrum of the world outside. The noise of his thoughts intensifies in the silence, and he is overwhelmed by the weight of it all. With a heavy sigh, he leans his head against the cool window pane, the chill against his skin, a gentle contrast to the warmth inside him. His bones feel tired, as though each step taken this week has left him with just a little more weariness and a little more doubt. He feels in this moment like he is carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders, an impossible burden that drags him down, making it hard to breathe, hard to think clearly. In the quiet, as the night deepens around him, something inside him stirs. A longing, faint at first, but growing stronger with each passing moment. It's a yearning for something different, something soothing, something that will bring him peace. He doesn't know how to name it, but he feels its presence in his heart, this quiet, desperate desire for rest. And then, through the haze of his thoughts, the words of an old mentor return to him. A memory from long ago. The mentor had spoken, often of the transforming power of prayer, the simple yet profound practice of connecting with something greater than oneself, of finding comfort and strength through faith. The mentor had shared that in prayer, one could find rest, not just for the body, but for the soul. Though Samuel has heard these words many times before, tonight they come to him with new clarity, as if they've been waiting for him to hear them in this moment of need. He remembers how, when his mentor spoke of prayer, it wasn't about asking for things, it was about surrendering, about letting go. He remembers the gentle, loving presence that always accompanied his mentor's words, and the calm that came with trusting God's presence. With a deep, deliberate breath, Samuel closes his eyes. The stillness envelops him. The soft rustling of the wind is the only sound he can hear, and he lets it wash over him like a gentle wave. His heartbeat slows, matching the rhythm of the night. His hands rest lightly in his lap, fingers relaxed and open, as though offering them up to God in a quiet surrender. In this sacred moment, his body and mind still, he begins to pray. "Father, I come before you," Samuel whispers softly, the words flowing gently from his heart. His voice trembles, slightly, not from fear, but from the weight of the emotions he is letting go of. "My heart is heavy, my spirit weary. Please grant me peace." As he speaks, his words feel like a release, a quiet letting go of the burdens that have accumulated over the week. He feels the tension in his body begin to loosen, his shoulders dropping, his spine straightening, as if the weight on his back is being gently lifted. Each word is a small surrender, a peaceful surrender to God's presence, a trust that in this moment it is enough to simply offer his heart. With each prayer, he can almost feel the weight of the world lifting, like a burden slowly being carried away. His thoughts begin to quiet. The room seems to soften, and Samuel feels a gentle pull, as if the very air around him is embracing him in comfort. The distant hum of the city fades, and he finds himself enveloped in a peaceful stillness. And then something unexpected happens. The walls of his room seem to blur and fade, as if the boundaries between his world and another are dissolving. The city, the noise, the worries, all of it seems to dissolve into the night. Samuel opens his eyes only to find himself standing in a vast, open meadow bathed in the soft glow of the moon. The cool night air brushes gently against his face, fragrant with wildflowers and fresh, damp earth. He inhales deeply, and for the first time in ages, his body seems to release the last remnants of tension. The weight, the exhaustion, the constant pull of worry, all of it is gone. Instead, there is only peace, a quiet peace wrapped in the stillness of the meadow. The cool night air brushes against Samuel's skin, and as he takes another deep breath, the scent of wildflowers and fresh earth fills his lungs, grounding him with each inhale. It's as though the very air around him is laced with tranquility, soft and fragrant, wrapping him in a gentle embrace. The meadow stretches endlessly before him, bathed in the silver glow of the moon, its pale light reflecting off the grasses that sway ever so slightly in the breeze. The night is quiet, save for the soft murmur of the wind dancing through the grass and the occasional rustle of leaves. Samuel's feet, once uncertain, now move with a sense of calm assurance. His steps are light and deliberate, each one sinking softly into the soft earth beneath him. The path ahead is narrow and winding, but the moonlight casts a clear, steady glow, guiding him gently forward. It feels as though the path itself is inviting him to continue, to follow its winding curves, to walk toward the peace he so desperately seeks. With each step, Samuel feels his mind becoming quieter, the noise of the world slipping further away. The worries that had once echoed so loudly in his heart now seem to fade into the background, replaced by a stillness he has never known. The cool grass beneath his feet is soft, like a cushion with each step he takes, and the air carries a delicate coolness that makes his skin tingle with comfort. Every breath feels deeper, richer, as though his body is absorbing the peace surrounding him. The night sky above stretches infinitely, the stars twinkling softly like scattered diamonds on a velvet canvas. The stars don't seem distant anymore. They feel close, as if they are part of the landscape, part of the serenity that surrounds him. The vastness of the sky fills him with a sense of awe, yet it does not overwhelm him. Instead, it brings him a quiet comfort, like a vast, open invitation to simply be. As Samuel walks, the path leads him toward an ancient chapel, its silhouette gently rising in the distance. The stone walls of the chapel, weathered by time, seem to pulse with a deep sense of peace, as though they, too, have stood witness to countless prayers and moments of stillness. The chapel is small but strong, its quiet presence welcoming. The stained glass windows, even in the dim light, shimmer with soft hues of blue and purple, creating a serene glow that beckons Samuel closer. The closer Samuel draws, the more a sense of peace washes over him. It's as though the very air around the chapel is imbued with a sacred stillness, a sense of holiness that calls to his heart. The path becomes clearer, the soft glow of the chapel's windows guiding him forward. His steps quicken ever so slightly, his heart lightening with every inch closer to this place of quiet sanctuary. The world outside the meadow seems to fade as he reaches the doorstep of the chapel. The weight of the outside world, its demands, its chaos, completely absent from this sacred space. Samuel's breath slows, his heart calm as he stands before the entrance, his gaze soft as he takes in the sight of the simple wooden door, its surface worn with age, yet strong, sturdy, and full of quiet history. As he reaches for the door handle, a voice greets him, and it's as though the voice has been waiting for him to arrive in this peaceful place. The voice is gentle, calm, and filled with such warmth that Samuel's heart feels as though it's being wrapped in a soft, loving embrace. Welcome, my child. The voice resonates deep within Samuel, a sound that is at once both familiar and new. It's the voice of someone he knows, someone he has always known, an overwhelming sense of unconditional love and peace. It is the voice of Christ, welcoming him into this sacred space, a space that is more than just a chapel. It is a place of refuge, of surrender, a place where Samuel can rest his weary soul. Samuel's heart leaps with recognition. The voice is familiar, like a balm to his soul, and in that moment, he knows that this is the peace he's been seeking. The chapel, with its soft glow, its quiet presence, is a haven, a place where his soul can rest. Come, sit with me, the voice continues, its tone calm, inviting, and full of understanding. Rest your weary soul. With a deep breath, Samuel steps forward, drawn toward the altar by the peace in the voice. His feet, though once tired, now feel light. Each step toward the altar is like a step toward a deeper, more profound peace, a peace that begins to settle in his heart, replacing the restlessness that had once filled it. As he kneels before the altar, Samuel feels a deep sense of release, as though every worry he had carried with him has been gently lifted away. The air around him seems to hum with a quiet, comforting energy, and for the first time in a long while, Samuel feels his entire being relax. The weight of his burdens, his worries, his questions seem to float away, replaced by a deep, comforting peace. The soft rustling of the trees outside, the distant sound of birds settling for the night, the gentle creak of the chapel's wooden pews, all of these sounds blend together into a soothing lullaby, wrapping around Samuel like a blanket. The chapel feels alive with peace, and Samuel feels embraced by this stillness, this sanctuary. His mind, once filled with endless thoughts, quiets. His breath slows. His heart too seems to rest, like a weary traveler finding home. In the sacred quiet of the chapel, the world outside fades away completely. Samuel's breath becomes slow, deep, and even, matching the calm rhythm of the air around him. He feels his heart, once burdened with so many questions and worries, begin to soften. The peace of the space wraps around him like a gentle, divine embrace, and for the first time in a long while, Samuel feels his body relax into the stillness. His shoulders, which had been tight with the weight of his responsibilities, melt into the cool stone floor beneath him. The chapel is aglow with soft, ethereal light. The stained glass windows, though dim in the moonlight, cast faint patterns across the walls, hues of deep blue, purple, and gold. They seem to shimmer gently, moving with the rhythm of the breeze, their colors shifting and swirling, creating an atmosphere that feels both timeless and safe. The air smells faintly of wood, earth, and something more, something holy, like a gentle fragrance of peace that fills the room with every breath. Samuel kneels before the altar, his body feeling light, as if the weight of the world no longer presses upon him. His hands rest on the cool stone, his fingers lightly touching the smooth surface, as if they are connecting to something deeper than himself. The gentle hum of the world outside, the breeze in the trees, the soft night sounds create a soothing backdrop to this sacred moment. He closes his eyes once more, the stillness in the chapel calling him to a deeper place of rest. With each breath, he feels himself sinking deeper into a profound quiet. His thoughts, once cluttered with worries and concerns, begin to slow. They fall away, piece by piece, like autumn leaves drifting softly to the ground. Each prayer he speaks is like a small offering of his soul, one that he is surrendering gently to God, trusting that whatever he carries, whatever weighs on him, is now held in a divine embrace. "Father," Samuel whispers, his voice soft, as though speaking directly to the stillness of his soul. "I come before you with a heart full of need. I have long sought peace, but it is in this moment, in your presence, that I find it." As the words leave his lips, something changes within him. It's subtle, yet profound. A warmth spreads through his chest, a quiet flame of peace that grows brighter with each prayer. Samuel feels the presence of Christ near him, not as a distant figure, but as one who is here with him now, in this sacred space, hearing every word, knowing every longing. With each prayer, Samuel feels himself drawing closer. He no longer speaks out of need alone, but from a place of deep surrender. He prays for strength, not just for himself, but for the people he loves, for the world that feels so burdened by uncertainty. He prays for guidance, asking God to show him the path forward, to bring clarity to the confusion that has clouded his mind. And with each prayer, he feels more of his fear, his doubts, and his worries dissolve into the quiet sanctuary around him. The voice of Christ, gentle and sure, seems to fill the space. "Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest." Those words, familiar and comforting, wrap around Samuel's soul like a tender blanket. He feels the weight of his heart lift even more, as if with each word he is being healed, restored. The peace he has long sought begins to seep into every corner of his being, his mind, his spirit, his very body. The heavy burden of self-reliance, of trying to control everything, begins to lift, leaving room for something lighter, something more freeing. As the hours pass in the sacred quiet of the chapel, the light seems to grow warmer, softer. The flickering candlelight on the altar casts long shadows that dance gently on the stone walls. The air around Samuel feels thicker now, though not in an oppressive way. It is a gentle, holy weight, a presence that surrounds him in the most comforting manner. The stillness is all-encompassing, wrapping around him like a warm, divine blanket, soothing every inch of his soul. Samuel's breath deepens. The rhythm of his chest rising and falling like the calmest waves on an empty shore. He feels each breath become more peaceful than the last, as though with each exhale, more of his worry and tension are being released. The chapel around him glows softly, as if the very walls are pulsing with divine peace. The golden light seems to fill the wood space not just with warmth, but with a presence that Samuel can feel deep in his bones. It's as if every corner of the chapel is alive with love, and he is completely enveloped in it. The gentle rustling of the trees outside the chapel blends with the quiet hum of his own heartbeat. He can hear the wind softly brushing against, the leaves like a lullaby sung by the earth itself. In the distance, the soft chirping of crickets fills the air, adding to the tranquil melody that surrounds him. It is as if the world is quietly whispering peace into his soul. Samuel feels himself sinking deeper into the moment, his body becoming lighter, his mind slowing further still. He feels as though he is melting into the very air of the chapel, becoming one with the stillness, the love, the peace. His hands, once tense with the need to grasp control, now rest open and relaxed in his lap, willing to receive the comfort that surrounds him. In this stillness, there is no hurry, there is no pressure. There is no need to rush through the moment or find an immediate answer. Samuel realizes that all the things he thought he needed, clarity, solutions, fixes, are not as important as the one thing he's truly been longing for: peace. The peace that comes when we lay down our worries and simply allow God's love to fill us. It is in this realization that Samuel finally feels the true gift of rest, the rest that comes not from sleep, but from surrender. For the first time, he feels as though he has truly let go. The walls that he had built around his heart, the ones created by doubt, fear, and weariness, slowly begin to crumble. He feels no shame in this release, only a quiet, profound freedom. Come, rest, my child. You are home here, in the peace of prayer. The words of Christ come softly to his heart, and Samuel feels them settle in him like a balm. These words are not an invitation, but a declaration, a truth that fills every corner of his soul. He is home. In this moment, in the peace of prayer, Samuel is safe. He feels God's presence like a warm embrace, wrapping around him, holding him in a love that is unshakable, unwavering. His body, once tense with stress, now feels utterly relaxed, as though it has received every ounce of comfort it needs. Every muscle, every joint, every fiber of his being is at rest. His mind, which was once cluttered with 1,000 concerns, is now clear, gentle, and still. His heart, too, which had been heavy with the weight of life's burdens, is light and at ease, knowing it is held by something greater than itself. The light in the chapel grows brighter still, the warm glow filling every shadowed corner, casting a soft, heavenly light that makes everything feel as though it is touched by something divine. The peace that fills Samuel now is not fleeting. It is eternal, as if it has always been there, just waiting for him to open his heart to receive it. He feels the weight of his past struggles, his doubts, his fears, his weariness begin to float away, carried off by the gentle wind that moves through the chapel. Time, which once felt so heavy, seems to stretch and bend in this sacred space. The ticking of the clock, the usual rhythm of his world, no longer matters. All that exists now is this moment, this divine stillness that holds him firmly, without judgment, without urgency. In this moment, Samuel realizes that the peace he has been seeking was not something he had to chase or achieve. It was always here, waiting for him to surrender. The chapel, with its soft light and soothing sounds, has become a place of refuge, a sacred home for his soul. Here, he is free to simply be, to simply rest. As the minutes pass, Samuel's heart grows softer, more open. He feels the presence of Christ beside him, steady and sure, filling every corner of his spirit with peace. There is no need to ask for anything more. He has already received the greatest gift, rest. In this moment, Samuel feels not only physically at peace, but spiritually healed. Every ounce of weariness he had carried with him into the chapel has been washed away. His soul feels light and free, and in the deepest part of his being, he knows that prayer, the act of surrendering, of trusting, has given him the peace he longed for. As the quiet hours pass in the sacred chapel, Samuel feels the divine presence of peace begin to soften around him. The chapel, once so vast and enveloping, now feels like a part of him, its warmth and light gently receding, but leaving behind a lasting sense of calm. The warm glow of the candlelight flickers softly, casting long, delicate shadows that move gently in rhythm with his breath. Samuel sits still for a moment, his hands resting softly in his lap, his heart full of a quiet gratitude. He feels as though he has touched something eternal in this sacred place, something deep and unchanging. The peace he has found here in the stillness of prayer is not just a fleeting moment. It is a gift that will stay with him, woven into the fabric of his spirit. He knows that the weight he once carried, the worries that had clouded his heart, have been lifted, not because they are gone, but because he has been given the strength to surrender them. A soft breeze carrying the sweet fragrance of wildflowers from outside the chapel brushes across Samuel's face, bringing with it the feeling of the world beyond this sacred space. It reminds him gently that while this chapel is a refuge, the peace he has found within these walls is not bound by the physical space. It is a peace that he can carry with him wherever he goes. He does not need to stay within the sanctuary to hold this sense of rest. It will follow him, echoing in his heart. With a deep, peaceful sigh, Samuel rises to his feet. The stillness within him feels like a steady rhythm, a pulse of divine peace that guides him as he takes his first step away from the altar. He feels the chapel's presence, still wrapping him in warmth, but there is a quiet confidence in his movements now. His body feels light, unburdened. Every step he takes is slow, deliberate, and filled with a sense of calm that he never thought possible before. The weight he had carried for so long is gone, replaced by a quiet strength. As he approaches the door of the chapel, he turns once more to look back at the altar, the flickering candlelight casting a soft glow on the stone. He takes a moment to offer a quiet prayer of gratitude, his heart filled with thanks for the peace, for the love, for the comfort that has washed over him. Thank you, Lord, for this rest, for this peace. I carry your love with me always. The door creaks softly as Samuel opens it, and he steps back into the meadow, the cool, fresh air enveloping him once again. The world outside seems unchanged, but Samuel feels different. The meadow before him, bathed in the soft light of the moon, now feels like a part of his journey, a bridge between the sacred space of the chapel and the life that awaits him beyond. The soft rustling of the leaves, the distant sound of a nightbird calling, all seem to echo in harmony with the peace inside him. The same peace that filled the chapel now fills the world around him. He takes a deep breath, feeling the cool night air fill his lungs, and with it, a quiet strength flows through him. The weight of the world, its worries, its demands, has fallen away. He feels lighter, freer, as if a burden he had unknowingly carried for years has been lifted. His heart, once heavy with uncertainty and doubt, now beats steady and sure. His mind is clear, no longer clouded by the questions that once filled his thoughts. In its place is a calm certainty, the certainty that he is never truly alone, that peace is always within reach, just a prayer away. With each step, Samuel feels more grounded in this new reality, this new peace that he carries within him. The path before him, though familiar, now feels different, more open, more full of possibility. He walks slowly, savoring the quiet of the night, the soft rustling of the grass beneath his feet. The world feels still, as though the earth itself is holding its breath, waiting for him to move forward, to take this peace with him into every new day. As he makes his way back toward his home, Samuel feels a quiet joy within him, a joy not born of circumstance, but of connection, of surrender, of knowing that he is loved, he is held, and he is at peace. There is a lightness in his steps, a lightness in his soul that he has not felt before. The chaotic world around him may remain unchanged, but he knows that within himself he has found a wellspring of peace that will guide him through whatever lies ahead. Samuel arrives back at his room, the city's soft hum returning to his ears, but it feels distant now, like a faint whisper. Inside, he is calm, steady, his heart full of a quiet joy. He lies down in his bed, his body fully relaxed, the warmth of the covers soft against his skin. The peace he has found does not leave him as he closes his eyes. It remains in his heart, a constant companion. With a final, whispered prayer, Samuel lets go of the day. Thank you, Lord, for this peace. May it stay with me always. As he settles into sleep, his mind quiet and his heart light, he knows that he has been given something far greater than temporary relief. He has been given peace, not just for tonight, but for every moment, every breath, and every step. And with that peace, he can rest, knowing that no matter how chaotic life may seem, he will always have a place to return, a place of prayer, of surrender, and of love.